Hello guys, welcome to my 1000 sub special Q&A. Before we start, I want to thank you all for 1K subs. I never thought I'd get to this milestone, but I did, and I'm very grateful. Anyways, let's begin. Question from Little Coasts: when did you first play Rain World? I played it around a year now, and I don't think I'm gonna leave the fandom anytime soon. I don't remember the exact month or date that I played it though the first animation I posted about Rain World was posted on the 25th of March 2024. Question from Ablu Elbow: will you play Outer Wilds? Why did you start YouTube? Why astrology? I might play Outer Wilds, but it doesn't seem like the type of game I'd enjoy. Plus, I've already got a lot of games to try out. I started YouTube because when I was little, I got very inspired by the YouTubers I grew up with. I got EFGTEV Dantum, Ryan's Toys Review, and astrology is cool. I used to be a huge space nerd, so I decided to incorporate a space aesthetic into my Sona. Plus, I love the color palette. Question from Cristoflo: who's your most favorite and least favorite OC you've made? Well, if I had to pick a favorite, I'd say Grim. He isn't like the other ops I've made. He's more angsty and, admittedly, a bit of an asshole, which is a new character trait I've never done before, but I loved it nonetheless. And as for my least favorite, I'd have to go with all of my old OCs from around 2016 to 2023. I physically cringe whenever I remember them. Question from Delta Runalover: what will Freak Show be about? How do you intend to make the adventures of the Little Knight? Will my OCs be implemented as NPCs in it? I intend Freak Show to be a graphic novel series. If that isn't possible, I want to make it a webcomic. It'll be about a clown, Jackal, who is working for a circus, but the other members are secretly killers who take advantage of the kids there to kill them. So in a way you could say it's a mascot horror to some degree. As for TOTLK, I want to pitch it to a game studio. I have no experience in game making and it doesn't seem like something I'd really enjoy. I prefer to animate and make the story and lore. Hopefully it'll go through and be successful. And depending on how much creative control I have, if I do pitch it to a studio and they actually like it, yes, your OCs will definitely make a cameo. Question from Witherboy: if you were reincarnated into Rain World, what creature would you be? Speed round, name your top 5 hyperfixations. Well, if I have to exclude iterators, then I have to go with either a big moth or a yellow fire sprite. They're my favorite creatures in the whole of Rain World. Since I'm such a huge Rain World repurposed fan, I would also like to be reincarnated as a Hapimu. I think they're really cool. My top 5 hyperfixations are Rain World, Repurposed, Iterator Logs, Songs of War, Rayman Legends, The Amazing Digital Circus. Question from listed_corny: why is your handle nameline7667? I got tagged one day by someone asking if I could shorten my handle name, but apparently it was meant for Delta Runalover, a friend of mine, so I unknowingly did it. But I do feel like it's now easier to tag me, so I just kept it. And finally, a question from Charles Froze, why are you obsessed with chasing wind? Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. He isn't like the other characters I've ever seen. I think he has a very unique personality and I absolutely adore his story in Repurposed, which is a major factor why I love the series so much. So his personality is a mix of a few things. He's kind and I'd say he's pretty understanding and patient, but he struggles with emotions, which leads to him coming off as stoic, which I absolutely adore. I've never seen a personality like this and I'm all for it. Plus, his story is so tragic from my point of view. And if you know my theory on chasing wind and if it is correct to the lore, then it's just even more heartbreaking. I am gonna make a video on the updated version of my theory. So in short summary, I think he's a really well-rounded character, especially for a fan creation. Plus, this is the first fan creation I've ever been dedicated to. I'd go as far as to say I'm the biggest fan at this point. LOL. Anyways, that's all I have. Bye.